All right,
What?
everybody, you are all unmuted.
God damn it.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Iron Kingdom Short Shots. I am the DM of this adventure, none other than Obsidia, everybody's favorite Death Knight, and my camera is not syncing right now. Very cringe.
Take your time. We're in no rush.
But yes, welcome tonight. These are my wonderful players. We're going to be playing the adventure Something Wicked in Novokorska. And so I hope everyone is excited. We're going to be doing round the table introductions of the players, followed by them just doing a very brief summary of what kind of character they're playing, and then we're just going to hop right in and get started. So first up, we've got Tanyr, played by Lily.
Hello. Yes, my name is Lily. Lovely D&D enjoying person. You know how it goes. I'm on Ops channel a lot. It's great. I can't do intros. It's okay. Do we want to do the characters rundowns now, or
Just you can say, what's your character's
Yeah.
name? What's the race?
Yes.
What's the class?
Yes. So my character's name is Tanyr. They are a Nis, and they are a slight multi-class, but mostly a duelist rogue. So they're a big melee rogue with big ol' Nis weapons for cool factor. So yeah.
We've got our trusty ice elf with her katana. Thank you, Lily. Next up, we have... God, you just told me how to pronounce it. Kyxevi?
Close. Actually, yeah, Kyxevi. It's Kyxevi.
Kyxevi?
Kyxevi. All right.
We have Kyxevi, played by Eris.
Hello, I am Ares, the harpy with apparently the mommy milkers. Side glance.
Oh no.
Playing Kyxevi with who is, big surprise, a Styxis blood witch, but this time a different flavor that you will find out later. Teehee.
Yes, I'm very happy that Eris has 100% Styxis play rate, specifically Styxis blood witch play rate for these adventures. Gotta keep the party horny somehow. And who better than our milkiest mama? Next up, we've got Dre'tch, played by Sif.
Hi, this is Dre'tch. Hi, I'm Dre'tch. I'm a gator boy, gator man, big gator man.
I'm not a gator boy, I'm a gator man.
Yeah, I'm playing as the Conqueror Warlord class in the Deep Wilds book that isn't finished yet, I think. But like this class looks fucking sick. I'm excited to show you guys what I can do.
Thank you, Sif. Yep, and next up we've got Steden, played by B.
Hi, I'm Beatrix Bunny. I do a bunch of shit with variety games, RPGs, tabletop art, whatever, really. And tonight I am playing Steden. Steden is also a Styxis, so he is part of the exclusively female race. And he is a class called a Warcaster, whose whole deal is they're able to make psychic connections with robots and mechanical weapons and have weird magic powers based on those.
Yes. So our psychic robot controlling trans mask icon, Steden. But yes, for those of you who don't know, we're playing with all like Iron Kingdoms races and classes, and our very own Jaboy Sif is trying out some of the things that were in the preview of the upcoming expansion that is going to be printed soon from their Kickstarter Deep Wilds, so it should be very exciting. I don't know how half the stuff any of these people use works because they're all level 11, which is not a often seen level for me anymore, but it should be fun. So we will begin, as our party actually knows each other. They've worked with each other on previous contracts and everything. They're level 11. They've been around the block a while. I gave them 10,000 starting gold. They're big money, no whammies. When you guys have found yourselves in the Empire of Khador, where you are currently being propositioned to meet with a fixer that you've worked with in the past. He's kind of a go-between between some organizations that want more plausible deniability for your actions than others. He is an Umbrian man known as Sokol, and you are to meet him at the Empress Arms, a tavern in the city of Roshk in Khador in 3 days. And so you will arrive there in a few days. It's supposed to pay big money, is what you've been told from the initial tagline. It's supposed to be covert work, so you guys aren't exactly renowned for your discretion, but you have proven yourselves capable over the years, and so you are still being trusted with this, despite me as a DM knowing better. As you guys arrive at the Empress Arms, we're going to go around as everyone is going to describe their character as they enter this tavern. And we will start off with reverse order. So, Steden.
All right. Hey, so I'm Steden. Yeah, I mean, as much as I'd love to take Baby Blue in with me, I can't exactly do it because he's way too big. But yeah, you see a somewhat androgynous sort of surfer guy. I got my hair back and a little ponytail. I'm just starting to really get stubble coming in from some of the alchemical man juice, but feeling good about it. Feeling in high spirits here with some of my good buds, my found family. Give the little boop boop of Baby Blue to set the alarm on them, and coming inside. Find a nice stool to sit down on, just laying back, relaxing, kicking my feet up. It's a great day. Yeah, I'm going for mid-Pacific himbo who's been spending like a couple years abroad studying in Australia.
It is me, Dre'tch, sauntering into the bar. You're very familiar with the area, looking unfazed. This is his usual sort of place to be in. This tall, 8-foot tall gator man wearing orangish brown leathers and furs and a bright pair of red round rimmed sunglasses. Walks into the bar, sees Steden has already claimed a booth for their team, and has walked in, getting the attention of one of the waitresses, handing her a small pouch of gold and making a few requests for her to bring stuff to the table before kicking back and relaxing, waiting for 2 more people to show up.
Gotcha. Thank you, Dre'tch. Next up,
Yes.
we've got
You can do it.
Kyxevi.
Kyxevi, yeah.
Kyxevi, yeah.
Kyxevi.
Kyxevi? Ah, fucking.
You bamboozled me, Sif. It's Kyxevi.
Kyxevi.
It's alright. It takes a little bit for non-Satixi speakers to really get a grip on it. It's alright. Take your time.
Yep, I've added it as a pronunciation into the Discord so I can get it right. Thank
You can remember it as, very simply, a key portion of her character is shivving people, and she is an Eka.
E. She is E.
Bazanga! What is Kyxevi doing?
So Kyxevi is... She walks in, she is a rather large 6-foot-tall woman. Very clearly aged, has been around a little while, and walks with a either overly relaxed or maybe even practiced smoothness. And she kind of scans everyone that she walks by, but doesn't say anything. And sits among her compatriots that are already there.
All right, thank you, Kyxevi. And then finally, last but not least, we've got Tanyr.
So Tanyr, last one to come in, kind of was taking a second to blend into the shadows, kind of looking to see if there's any shady figures following the group. Just kind of like you see, she's kind of back up against the side of like a nearby stables, and she is wearing basically like what is essentially like a suit jacket that's just kind of open, hair slicked back into the sides, and around their back you see two just massive weapons, one large blade and one gigantic bow, both of which look far too big to belong to anybody. But after surveying the general area, she takes a moment, nods before walking into the tavern, seeing the rest of the party, taking a look or nodding to them, taking a look around to the rest of the tavern before kind of coming and sitting in with them, and just stays quiet for the most part.
Yes, as you enter and join your crew, a barmaid will approach this very eclectic group of people and assume that they all look very dangerous and capable and weird, and this is above my pay grade. So she will just very quickly take orders for some food and drinks from you guys before immediately like bolting away.
Oh, she seems nice.
I'd hope so. I paid a little extra. So, we know what we're doing today, or are we just meeting for fun?
Fun either way, yes?
I think someone found a job, right?
We should be meeting someone here. It's only a matter of time before they arrive. Just had to make sure to keep a lookout in case anybody was following any of our, well, let's just say, not so subtle behaviors.
So, who we looking for, right?
I mean, we should know when they come to us, right? We'll know. To be honest, when we got this job is just a hint. Something. They just sort of told us to be here, yes? And then we all did our own thing and showed up for today for dinner.
How was your day anyway, Dad?
What?
What? I said, Dre'tch. How was your day, Dre'tch?
It was fine. I didn't actually have to do enforcer work. I keep slipping into the Brooklyn accent. I'm just gonna speak normally.
You're like, I'm a criminal. I gotta be from Brooklyn.
Hey, I'm crime in here.
Hey,
Hey, I'm Russian
Does
here.
not help my third
Dov
try.
Spadanya.
I didn't have to do much enforcing. Got to meet my family's leader for some lunch. It was nice. No major updates. I did manage to score an extra bottle of Amasek for after the job.
And you made sure to hold the alcohol for my behalf. Yes, when you put in the order?
Yep, same as always. Can't even handle 5 proof, can you?
It's not that, trust me.
You say that every time. Kyxevi,
Mm,
did you want anything extra? I just ordered the usual.
ale's good.
Mm, mm. Steden, I have to ask, did you really park your baby blue outside?
Well, I mean, BB can think for himself. He can find a good place to sit. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, that thing kind of has a mind of its own, doesn't it? With
Oh
the
yeah, that's the idea. Otherwise, it'd
yeah,
just
last
be a
time we
big
left it
gun.
alone, it was playing jump rope with some kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what they say? Large weapons of war light on their feet.
I do not think that is a saying, but
That's what they said back in Rule.
I mean, myself can kind of see exactly what they're talking about. Big weapons, small frame.
Big weapons.
See? Trey
is this
gets
a
it.
is this a jab at me or
I mean, your weapons are quite large, aren't they, Dre'tch?
well, I mean, I thought that you were talking because I'm big and I'm also an enforcer, which is a weapon. Um, my weapons aren't that big, are they? I'm not trying to overcompensate. They're just like two small gauntlets. Stop fucking laughing at me. Shut the fuck up.
I assure you I meant no offense. I merely just decided to tease you for having big and hulking arms. They're very useful in a pinch.
I'm more than just a pair of muscles.
Don't use me for my body.
It's the stupid like everyone's so mean to me pose,
Yeah.
but like it's just Dre'tch's fat ass.
As you guys are chit chatting, you hear that it starts like raining outside, and storming outside, probably sleeting because you're in Khador. And the door swings open, and a slender Umbrian man enters the Empress Arms. His dark eyes glance over the various patrons sitting around the common room before landing on you. Shaking some drops of rain from his greatcoat, he approaches and says in a measured voice, am I correct in assuming you're here about the job?
At this point,
Depend.
I've gone over to the window to just make sure that BB's doing okay outside. I missed
He's
this.
turned on his windshield wipers.
Oh, good.
It depends on who is asking.
So-called Velizar.
So, do we know this guy, DM?
Yeah,
we
he was
roll
literally the
anything?
guy that I told you at the start that you were supposed to meet.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Sorry, my brain is processing multiple things. That's all.
Do I know this guy? Who's he have a right to talk to me? It was the mission briefing that I gave you at the start.
Not bad. I'm stupid. Yes,
Hey, you
Zokol.
take that back. That's my friend you're talking about.
Yes. So, do you want to talk about it here? Do you have a better place to discuss the job?
I have chosen this location because I know it is secure. The owner and Katian are longtime friends of the cause, so you do not have to worry about anyone here. I just like to make sure that I'm not entering a trap, you know.
I get
Makes sense.
I made sure to double check, so all's taken care of.
I'm glad that you guys are checking. To be entirely honest, I was expecting a fight. That's just a me default thing. If you feel comfortable, feel free to sit. We ordered some snacks and drinks.
Starters, yeah. You know, if you want starters, I don't know what you're into.
I think for now I will just keep it to business.
More and what sticks for me.
Well, I have heard good things about you, and so my employers have decided to reach out to you about potentially recovering an asset of theirs that they have lost contact with.
Okay. Now before we get into this, is it legal or illegal? I just want to put that out there.
And shrugs and goes, theoretically, you shouldn't be running afoul of the crown in pursuing this. If our conclusions, or if my employer's conclusions are correct, then you would actually be doing a great service to all of Khador.
Okay, then I have nothing else need to be done. We can go right on to the job. Please give us information about context.
Da. The overall objective of the job is fairly simple. You are to recover an asset named Katya Folgam. She is a skilled covert operative who went dark about a month
Hold on,
ago.
comrade. There's something wrong with your voice. Certain words do not come out when your mouth moves.
Katya Folgam. She is a skilled covert operative. She went dark about a month ago.
Long time.
And you want us to find this Katya?
Da, we happen to know where she was last operating, but we unfortunately have not enough information about what would lead to her potential disappearance. She has always taken us as a very competent individual, and so we do not believe she has necessarily fallen into the hands of opposing parties, so to speak.
Okay. You mentioned last operated, and you know where she disappeared. Do you want to tell us?
Da, she was embedded in the town of Novokorska. It's a short trip north of here. In the reports that she had given us, it indicated that there was a lead about a Goldun lord from the Grey Lord's Covenant. Remember specifically of the Research Chancellery. And on the books, he seems to look like a loyalist to the Empress and to Khador, but there have been rumors that he has other, let's call them dark masters.
Dark masters. I'm trying so hard.
Yes, you know, like people who might have more nefarious intentions for our fair empire than necessarily the crown.
So this
Oh, you mean demons? Okay.
person was a spy then, correct?
Yes, Katya has been working for my employers for infiltrating and investigating any potential ties that the Koldun has that may compromise his objectivity in service of the motherland.
Do you mind being clear on who your employers are?
I can tell you that they are deeply invested with ensuring that we do not have another incursion of particularly nefarious masters into the world again.
It seems reasonable enough for me.
But
Mm.
I can give you a picture of Katya. I don't expect the image to actually do you much good. There are stories of her time during the Lely's occupation. She walked a fine line between the Umbrians of Khador and of Lale, and she made friends and enemies on both sides of that line.
This photo, do you have any other information that might help us find her? Is there a code that you use to communicate?
I if you can find her, it would probably the most obvious thing would be illumination. If she hears that coming from somebody not invested with the actual operations she's investigating, she will likely know you are an ally.
Okay. DM, as a Khador local,
Yeah.
can I roll anything to figure out more about like any information that might be helpful about Novokorska? Like, is it more urban? Is it like a village? Stuff like that.
Yeah, you know that Novokorska is it's a rugged place built to withstand bitter winters and shelter its equally severe people. But it's been kind of a decaying industrial town. It's very much like 1990s Detroit in a lot of ways. For just the buildings have become worn and some unpainted, unfinished. There's lots of cracks in the streets. Uh, there are a lot of criminal elements operating in it, and the main thing that keeps the town even in existence is its coal processing facility. But it is truly, it is an industrial town on its twilight years, basically.
Can't have shit in Novokorska.
Can't have shit in Novokorska. Do not leave your coaches out there.
I
Also
worriedly check on Baby Blue again.
one more thing, as a Kayatsi of criminal elements, would I know if my family has any relations there?
No,
Yes
your
or no?
family doesn't. There is a rival Kayaji family that has control over the city, but they're one of those things where it's kind of a minor offshoot of a more major family because it's a pretty shitty town, so there's not that much vested interest in it. But there is a Kayaji presence there, which is not on good terms with your family.
They won't matter, hopefully. Yeah, if they see me, they'll probably look the other way, anyways. Um, hmm, do you guys have any more questions you'd like to ask?
Hmm. Hmm. So we don't know what this lady looks like, and we don't quite know where she's. We only have the code phrase, illumination.
We do have a photo of her, which may or may not help given her ability to change looks, but
Yeah, I'm
Um,
well familiar with people changing appearances quite drastically.
Might help.
Couldn't hurt.
I wish I could give you more information. Normally, my employer would try to handle this kind of matter internally. However, the person that we would send to a place like Novokorska is Katya, so our reach is rather limited in this scenario. So that's why we've decided to enlist outside talent.
so when this job is done, and trust me, I'm pretty sure we'll get the job done, we come back here and ask for you, yes? So look,
Katya, if you are able to successfully extract Katya, then simple enough. She will know where to take you. However, if for whatever reason you can't extract her, if you return here with any intelligence that she has acquired concerning this Grey Lord, it would be of vital importance still. If the rumors are true, he is connected to several other compromised individuals hiding across Khador.
That was the information she wanted to at least glean from the situation anyway, so one way or another, the mission was complete.
and
I wish
our
I could
pay.
give you more information, but there might only be a handful of people in all of the Iron Kingdoms who see the whole picture of this at any one time. I am just a mouthpiece for my employers.
Since you are the mouthpiece, you can tell us what's the reward for this kind of work.
Yes, they have indicated that they will pay you 1,000 kotinas up front and 5,000, and the gratitude of my employer upon successful completion. Something I promise you is worth more than any money I could possibly give you.
I do not know about the others, but I may call upon that gratitude sooner rather than later. Regardless, unless the three of you have any more questions, I think we should go to Novokorska. Fuck. Had to go pronounce.
Well, I can't say I really know much about the exchange rate, so I'll trust your stance on this Dre'tch.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I can't say I really know much about the exchange rate, so I'll take your word that this is a good deal for Dre'tch.
I mean, even if the money isn't good, a favor or two here or there could net you a nicer parking spot for BB.
That would be really nice, yeah. All right, well, reckon we should go, eh?
You could get a pass to use handicap parking if you'd like.
Oh man, that doesn't seem really fair or perfectly able. Got a little more some places, a little less in some places than I'd like, but I mean, I wouldn't call that disabled.
No, what I mean is you could request that it is a frame of reference. You could request a lot.
It is not exactly very important either way. The point is that we will be in good faith with very important people, and that goes beyond any measure of gold.
Yeah.
All right.
For those of you who do not know, the Kostina is basically the gold piece equivalent of Khador.
I see it's their fake gold.
Yeah. So, yeah, you've got your info. You'll get a wagon or a stagecoach or whatever to take you there. It's just to the north of you guys.
I was going to ask a thing.
Yeah.
Given character background, it used to be in the biz, as it were. Would I have any extra information on this person by name?
Were you in the Grey Lord's Covenant?
No, spying.
Oh, of Katya?
Spying in general.
Okay.
So we'll say yes.
I guess as a spy, you would have probably heard of Katya when she operated in Lael during the occupation prior to the claiming. She was kind of an independent operator. She ran things that were largely in the best interests of Umbria rather than, which is a client state kind of thing of Khador, which had a sizable ethnic minority in Lael, rather than the interests necessarily of Khador or Lael itself. So she would sometimes do operations which would help see, weapons or equipment get taken to, Umbrian resistance members, but also she would dime out certain, cells of the resistance as well to the Grey Lords to get them eliminated. Nobody really understands what her true objective was. Everyone knows that she was a woman of 1,000 faces, and she could seemingly pretend to be anyone if given enough time.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what you know about our fair Katya.
Yay,
She
information.
is quite cute in her actual art.
Do we have pics?
I will find pics, but any other questions for Sokol before you head out?
I can't really think of any.
All right. With that, Sokol will tap the table a couple times and be like, "I've arranged for your passage to the town. It should only take you a few hours to get there via coach, and time is of the essence." He kind of shrugs.
Yes, let us move then. Is there a starting point he wants to look into in Novokorska?
He goes, I unfortunately would not know where to look. I don't really get involved in such things. Maybe you could
And
try asking around. I don't know. You are the operators.
and just out of like curiosity, is there any part of this information that she did gather that presumably she was able to relay to you about what precisely might be happening over there?
Like I said, there is rumors of potentially nefarious masters to a Grey Lord which is operating in that city.
So find the nefarious masters and we find her. That's what I'm hearing.
If you find the Grey Lord, you will also likely find his masters, and you will also very likely find her.
Very good.
So we can either find the Katia or the Grey Lord. I think I have a few good ideas of where to start, but do you three have any ideas?
It's more of your territory, isn't it? So I'll let you take the lead on this one.
I mean, if you point me in the right direction, I can certainly find some clues, but not really quite as great as getting to the clues, you know?
Taverns?
It's always a good place to start, but I was thinking maybe finding one associated with the Kayatsi in this area. Royal spy or no, anyone looking to do a little information digging would have interacted with the less than clean. Yeah? The Kayatsi here aren't friendly to mine, but I might know where we can find them if we go to the right tavern. That sound fine?
Yeah, it sounds fine to me, Dad.
What?
Dre'tch.
You?
Daddy, sorry.
We-
Daddy, sorry.
We've known each other for at least 9 levels. You can pronounce my name. I believe in you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Will, may Maro watch over you and light your path. And Sokol will walk away and leave you guys to, head to the town if you're so inclined.
I have nothing here for me at the moment. Are you ready to go?
Sure, finish your food. Are we ready?
I could take it to go, and his like really fancy jacket. He just grabs like the fucking what's the name of the charcuterie board, and just takes the snacks and meats off and just jams them into his nice jacket's pockets.
Crude as always, Dre'tch. We love that about you.
It's easier. It's not like it's going to go bad in the cold.
Very true.
Kyxevi chugs her ale. Just one go.
As
Chug,
usual.
chug, chug, chug.
Okay, just save the chugging for after. I've gotten some good Amasek for later. Let's go to Novokorska.
All right. You can arrange for Baby Blue to get put into, a trailer hitch on the back of the coach, and you'll be able to ride out there. Is a nice old Umbrian man, will be your coach driver, as you have it's currently autumn in our fair Khador, and a biting wind blows in from the northwest, passing over the shattered shield lake. It carries a deep chill that Tanyr is utterly immune to, that causes condensation on the windows to feather out with fingers of frost and the breath of horses to smoke. A dust of ice in the air sparkles as the wind carries it. As you arrive at the smog-covered, dilapidated town of Novokorska, the carriage comes to a rattling stop, and the driver hammers on the roof. His Umbrian accent is thick as he calls to you. Here is the ending of the line. You walk from here.
No worries, Zilkov. Here, take a little extra tip for your wife and kids.
Damn, Emir will look over you.
Okay, then.
As you exit the carriage, you see the town spread before you. The place looks withered by cold and drained of color. It is an echo of a town, a place that may once have held promise, but it now offers nothing but trouble.
Okay. Let's walk around and look to see where all the workers are going. That's probably a bar at this time of day. Makes sense?
If we ever decide that any sort of recon is necessary, then you know who to call for this. Otherwise, I might just kind of lay low for a bit to see if any sort of shady figures decide to make their way into the town.
That's fine. Stay in the shadows, but follow close behind us.
Mm,
And if somebody gets the drop on you, shout for our help, okay?
Of course.
Yeah, given myself and Steden's BB, and the rest of us aren't exactly fit for hiding. Kyxevi, would you like to go with Tanyr or us three? Us two.
I will accompany.
Okay.
Ooh. We gave two options, but you didn't really specify which.
Trust. We've known her long enough. She means us. Come along.
Oh, right.
She starts.
right.
She goes with Tanyr.
See, I told you.
I think it's purely because you made her feel a little unwelcome, didn't you?
Sorry about that. Hate to see my actions doing that to another hometown girl, you know?
Hmm?
Besides the point, us girls need to stick together, don't you think?
Indeed.
Yes, us girls.
Oh no. The head cannon.
You're adorable, Dre'tch.
I know it. Now come.
So, the boys are going one way and the girls are going another.
Ain't that just the way?
The boys, because they are loud and hard to be stealthy, will like walk through the streets, and I think Tanyr and Kyxevi will be like sticking to the shadows, like trying not to be as inconspicuous.
Do we actually give them advantage on like stealth checks because we're by contrast so attention grabbing?
A gator and a Rulian with a warcaster.
Yeah,
Or with a steam jack.
this town is basically, the smog coming off of the coal processing plant puts the town in a constant gray, dingy haze. The only thing really lighting it, because the sunlight is so weak penetrating through it, is whale oil lanterns. And there's just a constant kind of drumming hum sound coming from the coal processing plant as it does its industrial work that kind of saturates every part of this town.
So even though it is a failing industrial town, though, like there are still workers milling about and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's people. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many people live in the town, but it is, there. I gave you a map of it. So there's probably a couple thousand
in the
people.
bottom left. All right.
A couple thousand people who work here and live here. There's probably a sizable criminal element. There's the workers, the unemployed, everything.
I'm assuming you mainly want us to stick to the 5 places listed in the bottom left, right?
I'm going to give you a true fact. You can investigate those places. However, it's kind of just an overarching gathering information, basically.
All right. Demir's Threads, is that like a clothing store? Like
I'm assuming so.
Okay, then let's.
It's not. They don't identify these places in the adventure.
Okay,
So-
we can imagine.
Yeah.
If it happened to be a store, it is something that does something. All right, let's go to Demir's Threads.
Big Church of Morrow. There's presumably like the lord of the place. There's a sports arena. There's of course bunches of taverns and everything. Get some good borscht.
I think.
Hell yeah.
I mean, the first goal was to go to a tavern and see if we can find any Kayatsi who might have seen or interact with Katya. Was that fine, DM?
Yep.
Why not?
Yep, that's fine.
Mhm.
And then Tanyr and Kyxevi, what do you want to do?
Gonna kind of gesture back to Kyxevi and just like go ahead and like sort of position myself ready to sort of jump up on top of the roofs and just say, bit of reconnaissance would just be in order, don't you think?
Sorry, what did you say for the second part?
A bit of reconnaissance would be in order, don't you think?
Yes.
I'll gesture my hand to kind of toss her up and onto the rooftops. Go ahead and spot the big coal processing plant as well as the manor and say, I think either one would be a good place to start. Which would you like to go to?
She looks thoughtful for a moment, then points to the manor.
Person in charge, always a good place. And then just kind of start running off, I suppose. Bouncing from rooftop to rooftop.
Naruto running.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Stealthily Naruto running on top of rooftops. That's how it works, right?
Very anime.
With the tiles. Clink, 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 clink.
With a nice little bit of extra gay tension.
Will they make out? Find out next time.
Will the
on Dragon
girls
Ball
make
Z. But yeah, so Dre'tch and Steden, you are going to head to a seedy bar. When you get there, it looks dirty, dilapidated, full of gruff people, some obvious thugs, and probably gangsters for hire, as well as everybody staring at the Satixis Warcaster and big ass fucking Gator walking in.
I wave.
Dre'tch just takes a deep breath and scans the room. Is there anyone that looks like a crime boy?
There maybe is. If you want to try and learn some info, here's how it works. It's gonna cost you 10 gold and 1d4 hours of time, and you have to make an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. That's where I draw the line, DM. That's my dump stat.
You get +1 to the check for every 10 gold you spend beyond the initial 10, up to a +5.
I got a -1. I mean, what do we need this excess gold for, anyways? Right? We already bought all our magic items.
Steden should probably be smart.
Yeah, I mean, look, I studied a lot. If we can get to a place where there's clues, I'm pretty good at finding riddles and stuff out. I was told I got a researcher's eye, and then also an eye that's really good at seeing things. The researcher's eye is unrelated. I say, patting my pocket.
I do not think. Oh, God.
I was gonna say, if you guys want to do this, you can do it separately, or Dre'tch could give advantage to Steden based on his criminal ties and everything.
I will say that I am literally referring to my background feature, Researcher's Eye, which gives me advantage on investigation checks to uncover information or solve puzzles.
Gotcha.
This is not a puzzle. This is human interaction. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But it is getting information. Uncovering it, anyway.
I will, because of how this specifically works, I'm going to give you a situational +1 specifically from that, because it's not quite how it works, but it is kind of applicable. So
Righteous, I'll take it.
Okay, so Dre'tch will assist you because he knows what a criminal looks like, and you will use your fancy eyes and ears you've collected in your pouch to point out large swathes of criminals.
You realize that was like a joke. Like most
It
Texas
is
I met
okay.
don't actually collect body parts. It's maybe it's different neighborhood.
Does Kyxevi have a body part collection, like her daughter?
Not that you've seen.
11 levels together, and you wouldn't show me your organ collection.
She
Why are
doesn't.
we
Does
even
she carry
friends?
around a pile of rats as well?
She does not, though she has mentioned that her previous lover and Zyrie's father didn't last very long.
Oh, he was a quick shot.
That's okay. Most men are afraid of commitment.
That's
a real
not the
shame.
suggestion.
It's okay, Kyxevi. We all have pasts thrown away from. I've never met my mother. Anyways, so we're
And I
We're
never
on
had
the
a
other side of the
father.
town.
Yes, you're on the other side of the town.
Well,
This
I
is-
mean,
alright,
I never
alright.
had a father up till now, but yeah.
BB's a weird dad. Anyways, yeah, there's the D4. I'm giving Steden advantage on this check.
All right, Steden, do you wish to spend any money for additional pluses?
Yeah, I think so. So how much is it per plus again?
It is
10
10
per.
gold per plus. You have to do at least a 10 gold buy-in. So to get the maximum plus 5, it's 60 gold.
Hmm. 10 gold per.
You did get paid 1,000 gold as a party.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
As the upfront payment for this.
Yeah, let's do fuck it, let's do a plus 6, sure. So
It
that's
only goes
60,
up to
you
plus
said?
5.
Oh, plus 5, so that was 60, you said?
Yep. Okay. So you have a total plus 6 because of your innate researcher bonus for making a straight intelligence check with advantage.
Alright, so this is straight intelligence.
Yep.
No
not an
no
intelligence saving throw, just your
investigation.
intelligence stat roll, basically.
Okay.
With a plus
And
6.
this is with advantage. Okay. Come on. There we go.
What do you got for me?
A 9
Plus
before
6,
modifiers.
plus 6.
So 15.
There you go. That's something. That's a lot better than what you would have gotten.
Yep.
So with a 15, you learn 2 pieces of information. I'm gonna give you a bonus one because of Dre'tch's criminality. And
Steden is completely oblivious to the criminality element. This is just like purely his own like friendly demeanor to him that's doing this.
Yeah, so with the fact that you're throwing around some money for some drinks and stuff, and Dre'tch is guiding you to appropriate people to talk to, you're able to learn the following tidbits in your first 4 hours. You learn since the soldiers returned to Novokorska in the past few months, they've all been eager to spend their salaries in the taverns and to bet on the fights in the arena. Well, everyone but that strict Koldun and that Yasemi, the two of them, they mostly just keep each other's company. You also learn the lot of these soldiers are a bunch of sour-faced bastards, all of them but the chief mechanic, Yasemi. She came around asking us, other mechanics, how much experience we had with berserkers, which is, Dre'tch knows is a class of warjack that Khador uses. It sounded like she was worried that her Koldun Lord's pet bison might have a weak point the enemy could exploit. And your final tidbit is when the soldiers came to town, I expected they would start fixing up the old houses to act as a barracks, but imagine my surprise when Yizmi turned out to be the only one of them to rent a room. All the rest stay at the workshop they made from the old coal storage house north of the processing plant. That's what you learned in your first 4 hours.
All right.
Do you
So
mind repeating that first tidbit one more time? I couldn't
yeah,
finish
I've
typing down the full
been
sentence.
saying.
So, it was basically that soldiers returned to Novokorska in the last few months, and they've been just burning through bunches of cash, drinking and betting on fights in the arena, except for the Koldun. Koldun is a rank in the Khadoran military for the Grey Lords, as well as a woman named Yizmi, who is apparently a mechanic who works for him. Who they don't do that; they just keep to themselves.
Got it. And she's the only one who's not sour and pissed off and drinking, and she wanted someone familiar with the Khador brand of steamjack. Okay.
Yep. And then she asked specifically how, basically berserkers work. But your boy Steden, he's a researcher's eye, you might say. He, as a warcaster, he is aware that the berserker is an older model of Khadoran heavy warjack that has an incredibly unstable cortex. So they had a tendency to be they got phased out on account of reliability issues and their innate cortex desire to just, recklessly charge it and murder all of the enemies around them and stuff. So they usually burn through their cortex faster, which is why Khador stopped really using them. But they still exist, and it's just they're not as common anymore.
And what was the third point again? I have the most returning soldiers spending money on bars and gambling. I have the chief mechanic Yizmi asking about the berserker class jacks, worried there might be weak points her boss's enemies could exploit.
Yep.
And what was the third?
The third one was that when the soldiers came to town, they thought they were going to be, turning houses into their new barracks,
but
instead, the only one
who's staying at a workshop, you said, or sorry,
I was like, you can let me finish, or you can do it.
Sorry, my bad.
The only one who is staying at like a tavern is Yizmi, and all the rest of them are staying at a workshop made from an old coal storage house north of the coal processing plant in town.
Okay. Well, maybe this Yizmi being the only soldier to be aware might have interacted with Katya. We should
Might
go
even
see her,
be.
Yeah? Is she staying at this tavern,
No,
or
she's staying at a different tavern.
Okay, I think we should make our way to that tavern, and hopefully, Tanyr and Kyxevi will see us making our way over. We're not exactly hard to miss.
All right.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. Tanyr and Kyxevi, you guys are pouncing rooftops and looking around, and you make some perception hearing checks, I guess.
We can do that. We'll see how good it is.
You'll be making this at disadvantage because it's not quite how this is supposed to work, but I think it can work this way.
Well, we got a 19 with disadvantage.
You'll love to see that.
And a 7.
Kyxevi was too busy being distracted by Tanyr.
The ass. It's understandable. Yeah.
Cheeked up on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
No shirt, tight pants.
So, as you're surveying things and looking around, it will take you about an hour to do this. And as you do that, you learn the following things. You learn that as you kind of are surveying that people kind of chatting about and stuff, and you see some soldiers moving around, and they seem to be going to a particular coal processing warehouse north of the facility. And you also see that apparently what's this called? There is a man named Dre that you hear mentioned from some of the seedier elements of town, who is some people are being like, man, not even that snake Dre would dare cause trouble anymore, not with that Grey Lord Cole dude in charge of the soldiers coming into town. And so it seems to have the criminal elements rather intimidated of this Grey Lord and his troops. You do know the Grey Lords are basically the wizard secret police of Khador as well, so it makes sense. But that's what you learn as you survey things.
Gotcha. So Dre is normally a criminal man, but
Yep.
he's scared by the presence of everything else.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, those really high rolls are either really good or really bad.
After your first hour, you will see Dre'tch and Steden leaving a seedy tavern and going to a different part of town. It's a tavern, probably just a few blocks away from that coal storage warehouse that the troops are being stationed in, and they seem to be heading over there.
Always good to regroup to relay the information. So we should join back up with them. Besides,
Agreed.
being so far out of place for too long can be suspicious.
Kind of just looks Tanyr up and down.
Shouldn't catch you staring for too long. She gestures, sort of like shrugging her hands before jumping down without looking onto the rest of the street.
Kyxevi makes a look and follows.
as you go down, the people. Are you trying to be stealthy, the two of you?
At least until we meet back up with the rest of them.
All right, please make stealth checks for me.
I
can do that one.
And
I can't do that one.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. So as you are slipping through the various alleyways and stuff, you do see a number of shady Khadorans looking at Kyxevi as she is slinking along, muttering to themselves. Does everyone in the party speak Khadoran? That's probably an important question.
I do not.
Yes, I do.
So Steden doesn't actually speak Khador. Okay.
That makes the fact that I'm the info gatherer so much funnier.
That is the advantage Dre'tch has. I will translate for you.
Gotcha. What about you, Kyxevi?
I forgot to pick my extra languages, but I got 3 of them, so most likely.
Okay. All right, so yeah, a lot of people are noticing Kyxevi as she is continuing along, and you obviously see Tanyr that people will kind of mutter to each other, and then you'll see some shady fellows and ladies slink away to apparently go pass around information or something. But
Seeing all of the people kind of just completely just look at Kyxevi and just kind of start muttering amongst themselves, Tanyr realizes that she probably needs to at least back her up a little bit to make sure that we don't look like just like we're completely sulking around. So she'll kind of walk back to Kyxevi and just say, "Ah, there you are, darling. Come on, we need to make our way through this town." Just kind of grab her hand and just bring her along.
All right. Yep. You guys, are still very clearly noticed, especially now that you've got a Nis and a Satixis so far, in Khador. It is very unusual. As you all meet up to head to the tavern, Dre'tch and Steden, you encounter your fair ladies, who intersect you on your way over.
Hey, how's it going? What did you find? Oh, yeah. Actually, we should probably wait till
Off the
till,
streets.
yeah, I'm learning.
Subtlety is an acquired skill, so all good.
Only throwing him in the eyes. Maybe we can get a private room at the tavern. I do have a tavern in mind for us to go to, and Dre'tch will point towards the one that Yuzmi's staying at. So we could make our way there and get a room to talk in private.
Probably the best way to keep it subtle.
Yes.
I mean, either way, people like us kind of walking around will be a bit of a dead giveaway.
Mm-hmm. Come, let's go. Should have no issue renting a room. Like the soldiers here, fill them up.
Sounds like you got some useful information.
Mm-hmm. Come.
As you proceed out, Steden, please make a perception check.
All right.
I don't know, has BB gotten their wheels jacked?
18.
Okay. You hear the very distinctive sound of a steam jack that is approaching you guys.
Have I been psychically close enough this whole time
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna assume BB is available.
Okay, yeah. I make sure that BB is coming over as well. I don't think I'm so good of a warcaster that I could just listen to it and be like, ah, yes, that's the sound of a Khadoran limited run barbarian berserker.
It's not a berserker.
Oh.
Got him. It sounds like a light warjack.
All right, that's kind of weird. I look around for it and look in the direction.
Yep, it works perfectly because as you were looking in the direction, you see a squad of bad boys come rolling up on you four, and it looks to be about 5, big, burly Khadoran men and women, who are wearing basically old winter guard, armor suits of infantry armor that's been kind of got the badges stripped away at this point, so it's obviously not active duty. There does appear to be a guy wearing light warcaster armor with a tall Talon model light warjack with a big stun spear and shield, and there is also a tall Khadoran man wearing full plate with a big old greatsword in his hand as they roll up to you guys.
I smile guilelessly and whistle, pointing at the Talon. Oh, that's a beaut. That yours?
These guys.
Yeah, sorry.
So you mentioned that they're wearing winter guard uniforms, but they're not like.
Yeah, they look to be they're probably left service and they're still keeping their armor and stuff on. They don't have any like Khadoran unit badges or anything. These are clearly like, no longer active service uniforms and equipment.
Should I bring Baby Blue onto the map?
Yes,
or...
if you want to use him in a potential combat. And you can set yourselves up in that corner in the way you want to do.
Let me...
But, yeah, what do you say, Dre'tch?
I think I want to talk to him. Shit, the Brooklyn, it keeps coming! I will talk. Hello! Are you with the local Kayazi, or are you just looking to start trouble?
The Warcaster kind of looks over you a lot and goes...
I wave.
You don't belong here, and we have been deciding to dissuade you from continuing to pursue your particular lines of questioning, strangers.
So, given your broken response, I can assume you are not with the local Kayatsi, and you are just looking to start trouble. For what, asking questions? Huh?
It is simple enough. We want you out of Novokorska, or we do this the hard way.
Looks back at the gang. How ready do you guys feel?
And what perchance did we do wrong in this situation, other than just stop by and take a look around your fair city?
I don't think I understood, so I just say in broken Khadoran, like, hello, where is the... I like your large house man.
They look very confused for a moment at Steden's gibberish that he's saying.
I point at the Talon with like a thumbs up, like, ah.
And they start grabbing their weapons with hostile intent. You can roll initiative.
I wanted to do an intimidation thing.
Diplomacy has failed.
I wanted to intimidate. Fuck it, we ball. Oh, I have a +9 to initiative. Fuck.
Jesus.
I have a +2.
Game's easy when you roll well with your +9.
I have a +5, but I still got an 8. Feels bad.
Let's see. I'm desperately scrolling up because I can't remember if BB uses my initiative.
No, he rolls his own.
Okay.
What does my character do again?
Yeah, they go on their own actions. All right, we got Baby Blue, we got Tanyr, Steden, we got Kyxevi, Dre'tch. Wow, that 13 with a +9, impressive.
Seriously, guys, leave it to me. I can always roll like trash.
It's a sip, all right.
Oh,
I'm gonna say I'm continuing my bad rolls in Iron Kingdoms by rolling a nat 3 on that one.
Okay, one more person.
oh wait, I forgot. I have the Sentinel shield, so I roll with advantage. Okay, well, let's just see what it would be. No, that's less. Okay.
Okay, then. So as we find ourselves mid-fisticuffs, first one up is one of the mercenary veterans, and he is looking feisty. So let's get some music. Music to your ears.
We get to punch to the beat.
This is Hi-Fi Rush to Hours now. So this front green mercenary veteran is going to take a shot at our very own. He didn't like the way Steden was butchering his beautiful language, so he's gonna try and shoot Steden.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
No, surprisingly, it does not.
So he's gonna hunker behind some cover of a like a pushed over, cart, and he takes out a revolver and starts popping off shots at Steden. Baby Blue, not to be confused with your Baby Blue, is gonna move over here, and he is gonna try and shoot at Tanyr.
Yank?
Up.
No.
Nope, that's an 8. Make sure I got everybody on screen. Okay.
Quick, Sif, breathe on the dice.
Warcaster. He is going to look at his abilities. I don't know how Warcasters work.
You cast some war.
Whoa! Alright, so first of all, he is gonna try and blast Dre'tch with a arcane bolt. I don't have this set up, so making sure this is correct. Yeah. So zap.
That in fact hits the
Sad.
the. They
Wait.
are so mean to me.
Is that a 1d100 plus 5?
That was wrong. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm fine with taking the 17. That's all right.
Yeah, I'll roll again. My bad.
I just noticed. I was like, wait a holy
18.
cow.
Does an 18 hit
Oh,
you?
that hits. That hits.
Okay. Okay. We corrected the timeline.
I will take the 7 damage.
Yep. You take 7 damage as a bolt of force energy just slams into your tummy tum.
The tummy.
Not my tummy. All right. Steden, it is your turn.
Alright. I don't think anyone here has ranged weapons, right?
I do, but I don't have to use them.
I can chuck stick really far.
At magic.
I'm magic.
Alright. So let's see. Yeah, it's easily within. Okay. I feel really bad about doing this, but I aim up my refitted blasting pike that serves as my focus, and I target the big ol' mech there, the big ol' talon with heat metal.
Wow. Isn't the thing about heat metal, it has to be like the actual, I mean, you can't cast
Yeah,
it
you
on
can't
somebody
cast on
who-
a sentient.
It's
Yeah.
not a manufactured metal object.
But it's not supposed to work on constructs and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can I
like,
focus? Can I target its? Its
You could target-
fuel?
Yeah, you can target its
Compartment.
spear, its shield.
shield?
But
Yeah,
you can't target
I
the
want.
thing itself.
I want
Target
to
the steering
its,
wheel.
Its coal hopper,
It
so that way all the fuel just ignites at once.
All right, let me. It's not like quite how that's supposed to be, but let's.
I think
roll.
generally the idea is it's supposed to be something that can be removed, so it's not just like a
A permanent
congratulations, you die.
Yeah.
debuff. Something to be removed looks at plate armor.
So yeah, you just have to take a minute.
It's an hour to take off. That's fine.
All right.
I mean, if it needs to be something more specific, I can target whatever weapon the Talon is holding.
Yeah, it's more like you're supposed to target like equipment, because for that it's still kind of a part of the Talon, as opposed to its spear and shield, which are literally things that it is equipped. So
All right.
let's
Then
go
yeah,
with you can
let's
target its
target-
spear or shield.
Yeah, let's target its spear.
Okay. Kind of has the same result regardless, because
Mm.
it literally can't remove its shield. It's bolted on.
Oh, in that case, let's go with the shield.
Yeah, you would just know that for being a warcaster. Like, warjacks don't use shields. They have shields grafted onto them. Okay, so you're casting heat metal on it?
Let me... Cast... Yes.
Okay. Does that happen when you activate, or is it only on my turns that I do the check or something? Oh, I think it's something you consciously do.
Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each subsequent turn to cause it again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, just looking at the thing. So it has disadvantage on all of its stuff because it can't drop its shield, and it took 10 damage. Really rude.
I know, I feel terrible about doing it to it. Like, I could do it to any of the guys, fine, but Steamjack, it's just a baby.
It's just a baby. Oh, whoa. What else do you want to do?
I want to stay within 5 feet of Baby Blue, but I'm gonna move aside a little bit, so that way it's hopefully a little harder if any of them have, like, I don't know, grenades or some shit like that.
Okay.
And, let's see... Bonus action, I am going to have Baby Blue, I think it's Strike True, which will give advantage on his attack roll.
Okay, so make a intelligence check with a +1 from your feet.
Wait, okay.
Because you're doing a drive, you're not using a focus point. So drives require you to do an intelligence check to activate them.
Alright. Nope.
Okay. So it does not go through. You can still tell it to attack because you're a warcaster, but
yeah,
you can't give it a bonus.
Oh well.
Oh well. Anything else?
No, I think that's all my actions.
By the way, do you still have Jack Ace, or did you trade that out for a different feat?
I traded it out for a smaller sibling.
If that's the case, you can't actually do a drive as a bonus action. It takes a full action to do.
Then yeah, I just do not do a bonus action this turn.
Okay. Kyxevi, it is your turn.
Yay! She is going to pull out her little, what looks like a straight sickle, and dig into her hand and cast a spell at 5th level.
Oh, we going big, okay.
Ooh.
Stygian Abyss.
What a name.
Sick.
So, grasping shadows, fill an area you choose within range. The affected area consists of up to 5 10-foot cubes, which you can arrange as you wish. Each cube must have at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube. The area becomes magically dimly lit. When a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a strength saving throw or take 4d10 force damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A large or smaller creature that fails the saving throw is blinded while in the area.
And since I'm casting at 5th level, I get an extra cube.
So you have 6 10-foot cubes to put around.
Cube gaming.
Cube gaming. Put down your cubes, girl.
Are you going to allow... Can the faces be offset by 5 feet?
Like they're diagonal?
Like, you know... Here, I'll just
They have
draw.
to have to be connected to each other.
Is this what you mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they're... No, they're 10 feet. So, if I could get it to actually let me draw, please.
Well, you could do the shape
It refuses.
one.
It won't even let me draw. There we go. Sorry, I'm struggling. Why is it doing it this way? Okay, so anyway.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
This is an example. I don't know how to really... But making squares like that.
So, yeah. That's fine because they're still connected.
Okay. Now I need to figure out how to remove that.
Use the you got it.
Delete. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Draw shape. That, and I want that one. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A 4.
4. And we'll do...
You have 2 more.
I know, I'm thinking of what I want to do here. 5, 6.
Okay. Things just got boxy.
Thinking inside the box today.
And that is my action.
That was mighty rude of you.
Teehee, ooh.
So with that, you see the area plunge into darkness as, you know, voids of death and destruction starts consuming this alleyway. One of the guys is thankfully not inside of it as he sees this drop down, and he's like, well, me. My abilities allow me to do.
Great shot, Kyxevi.
Dre'tch looking up now, the only person he can reach, I think. Oh no, there's 2. Yeah.
Awesome spell.
Oh man, move one of the squares. I was planning to do something and was dumb. It'll still keep its main shape, but yeah. If that's okay.
Shape? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to cheat?
I was just gonna move 2 of the squares 5 feet in one direction, and that's it. They're still connected and everything.
Alright, well, note that
If not,
your cheating has been logged in the Book of Grudges. This guy, I guess, gonna hold his action since he can't see shit. Actually, let me think. This is dimly lit. You can still see through dimly lit.
Yeah. There's like a...
I don't know if it gets disadvantage or not.
No, it shouldn't.
Are we doing actual like vision math?
You're
so
making
stupid.
me do this. This is the world that you
I am.
made us do.
I think the dimly lit is just flavor text, and it's sort of like, oh, you can see the tendrils rising.
Yeah,
No.
dimly lit is just it's flavor text. It's actual darkness which does the penalty. Look at this girl, making me have to look stuff up. It's like your heavy obscurement thing all over again.
Oh, by the way, I have constant heavy obscurement.
Excellent.
That's rude. How do you
Displacer cloak.
Oh yeah.
I need that.
So, yeah, that's unfortunate. He's gonna try his darndest at shooting you with his hand cannon. Because he can't really go through the block of destruction. So he's gonna try and, quote-unquote, bust a cap in your ass. An 8 does not hit you.
Oh.
Oh, whoa, indeed. Dre'tch! You just
Yes.
saw darkness fall.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts. Alright, are you guys from where you are, by the way? You don't need to, like, move or anything. 'Cause I just want to check, because I can do a thing that lets you move, but if you don't care, then...
It's not important right now, I don't think.
I wouldn't object to moving, but it's alright. Take your time, Pop.
What?
Oh, it's a Satixi term for friends of a male sort. We call them a pop.
That's incorrect.
Look,
Alright, I'm gonna punch Bluey over. Oh wait, is that, no, Orangey over there.
I was like, punch Bluey, old baby Blue, do it.
No, baby Blue has committed no wrongs, no sins. I just want to say the name of this weapon because I got it from the book. Dre'tch puts his hands into his sleeves, and then as they come out again, you see them wrapped in bones. Big voodoo bayou energy. The name of this weapon is called Spine Ripper Gauntlet.
Hell yeah.
And he has 2 of them. And I'm going to punch orange. That is a 19 to hit. Okay, 17 slashing damage. Well, that's max roll. Uh-huh. I found a reason to not use great axes. I'm actually so proud of me. And then when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, because I'm what we call an asshole, I need them to make a strength saving throw against a DC of 14, or they'll be knocked prone.
Okay, I see that you're a dick. Let's go. Strength saving throw. Nope.
You are on the floor.
He is, quote unquote, on the floor.
Okay. I'm going to attack again with advantage because he is floored. That hits. 15 more slashing damage, and then bonus action attack with the other Spine Ripper guy. It's such a cool name! Wait, what the that is a big-ass number.
Whoa.
Holy shit. What?
So it is a +2 weapon. Spine Ripper gauntlets apparently also count as unarmed strikes, so they would benefit from Eldritch Claw Tattoo and Insignia of Claws, making it a +4 weapon.
Sick as hell.
It is a...
Stiff.
Yeah.
Are you min-maxing?
I'm not min.
Look,
if
I'm allowed to have 2 things that completely break because I'm a giant, Sif is allowed to have several big claws.
Listen, I saw that it's an unarmed strike, and I'm like, oh, watch me be a better monk. Yeah, but that's 10 more slashing damage with the bonus action attack, and that's that. Das is my turn. You having second thoughts, comrade?
And on fire.
$40-10, yes. Oh, and also they are blinded.
Yes, with their 14, they failed. It takes 40-10 force damage. They're blinded. What is the damage roll?
Oh, sorry.
That's why I keep asking for the 40-10.
31.
Jeez Louise.
Ooh, what a roll.
That is a 5th level spell. She did cast it at 5th level, to be fair.
I know.
That doesn't increase the damage though. It just increases the area.
I guess that's fair.
Just making sure it's right.
There's some good dammy numbers though.
Oof. It is in a roof spot because if it moves, it's gonna hit more squares.
Yup.
Well, it's gonna try.
If it moves wrong, it could hit 2 squares very easily.
I am aware.
Just, squeeze. You can squeeze through a medium-sized space.
Yes, there is a way it can do this. It's gonna take another damage regardless, but it's gonna diagonal to get over here.
Oh no.
So roll your 40-10 again, or I gotta do my save again, sorry.
Yeah, you have to save again.
You might as well roll the 40-10 because that's happening anyway.
It matched it.
Aha, so I take half and I'm still blinded. Oh, it's not
18.
blinded anymore because it's not in the area.
Yeah, it's not in the air. It's only while it's in it.
Gotcha. All right, well,
So it takes 9.
Yeah, this robot not looking so good. You've bullied it pretty hard. It has disadvantage to attack people because of its flaming arm. So I guess I'm going to have to do some cheating.
Ooh.
With his Warcaster. So he is going to spend a focus point to give it advantage, so it just is a flat roll. And it's going to try and stab you, Dre'tch.
Oh no.
No. Alright. With its stun lance. Does a 16
No.
hit you?
It does not.
Darn nabbit. This thing's not long for this world. Okay. Alright, roll your 40-10 again. As this poor veteran is stuck in here.
I mean, they brought it on themselves. They really can't blame us.
Oh, he failed.
We were
24
just
damage.
vibing.
Well,
Yeah.
he's dead.
I complimented the house person.
Oko!
Yep, you see him just basically, just get torn apart by shadows, ripping him inside out. What was left of him after Dre'tch was done with him?
This is a 4th level spell!
Tanyr, your turn.
All right. So, as the battle's kind of starting up, Tanyr kind of takes her time and just pulls out the large, great sword that she has, and just as she does, you see she starts to gain momentum as she starts to spin forward. Flavor texting this as the rage her rage feature as the blade dance. So she just starts kind of spinning in this trance-like mode as she walks up to the Warcaster, and we gonna attack it. Right.
One
Lore.
jack, one cast.
And yeah, I'm gonna try and hit it. Yeah, it's just normal roll. I think so.
27 is a hit.
So 15 slashing,
15 slashing after all this poor robot's gone.
and then 17 from the sneak attack because we got a friend nearby me.
Da, I am friend.
How do you wish to limit break this poor robot?
Hell yeah.
So just kind of as she just kind of the dance just kind of continues, and just the sword kind of just flips around and going in different directions. As she gets to the warjack, the momentum of the spin reaches such a high amount that she just kind of goes and just cleaves it directly in half. Before the dance just continues completely interrupted. It tried to hurt us.
Fucking aces! Look at you, Tanyr, dancing about like that.
I'm for
Alright.
Art Dimitri.
Baby Blue wars to life with its mighty roar of beep, beep. And goes let's see, 1, 2 yeah, let's go 3. And does it have eyes on this one back here? Okay. Yeah, then Baby Blue is going to level its cannon and is going to try and shoot him. Understandable. Let's see. Do I want to spend another shot? Yeah, why not?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. He shielded, and so the attack misses.
Alright, you know what?
Just
Sure.
TOC.
Why not? Let's have Baby Blue. No, actually, what am I saying? I can still do something more useful. Alright, so seeing this, Baby Blue pauses for a second and beep, boop, rotates the turret a little bit to target this one instead. Beep.
Sorry, who are you shooting now? Oh my god.
This one.
Okay, you're shooting the elite with a nat 20. Okay, do I have any abilities that allow me to cheat this? The always important question. I do not.
Okay. For 18 piercing damage, it's just a hail of flak and gunfire roars out of this tiny noise-making little...
This tiny, like, 8-foot tall, wide noise-making thing.
Oh, that's my boy.
Anything else?
Let's see, that's 2 attacks. I doubt that I can somehow have Baby Blue pick Steden up from here, so...
No,
I think
Baby Blue doesn't have arms, so that would get in the way of that.
So, you know what? I'll have Baby Blue not totally go prone, but just sort of crouch down a little bit, so next turn, if need be, I can just kind of clamber aboard.
Okay. Alright, time for the suffering. Oh, that wasn't the... Okay, this is just a veteran. Not bad.
Uh-oh.
That guy has less hit points. And rolling up, thank you Eris, for rolling that 40-10 on me. I appreciate it. This is just a great combat for my people.
And just think, this is a support class.
Bloodwitch is never truly a support class.
I only chose spells that would be considered supporty in some way.
What part of that is support?
This is a wall. This is area denial.
Wall of Flame is a area denial.
I don't have that.
Cool.
Yeah,
we can
He is torn apart. Alright, this guy is not in a barrier.
I'm proud of him.
He can live his best life right now.
Live his best life by running the fuck away.
He's gonna move
Yeah,
into a
shit,
more
Novokorska.
tactical position as he tries to shoot Kyxevi. So,
Do it.
I'm gonna hit you one of these times.
Ooh.
Not with a 13, you ain't.
It was almost a nat 20 if you didn't have your secret cloak. I would have gotten away with the 2 had it not been for your meddling cloak. Roll your damage. I gotta make another save throw.
Fun fact that may come up: if you click in the space and tap up, it'll automatically choose your previous roll,
Oh, thank you.
or like what you tried to roll, essentially.
Gotcha. Well, he failed, so he takes 27 damage.
And is blind.
Yeah, but he's gonna move out of the square because obviously. So he is gonna move out and try and attack our girl Tanyr. So let's go.
Good luck, friendo.
Oh, yeah, he actually doesn't want to be a melee. He wants to shoot you.
Yeah.
I forgot
You
that
don't say.
his gun is much better than his melee.
Oh,
Not in that one though. Not in
not
that
that one.
That
You're
won't
off by
help him.
You're off by 17 on that one, buddy.
It's a little off. Just a little off. Roll your damage.
Are we fighting level 5s?
These are like CR like 3s and stuff.
Oh.
You're definitely bullying them.
They keep failing their saves.
They
Oh my
only have a
god.
+2.
It's so sad. They're just getting ripped apart.
They're just little mookie mooks.
Man, you really have to question why they thought they could handle this.
They were much more confident going into this. Alrighty. Didn't appreciate that very much. Kind of really rude. He's also gonna do the backing up tactfully as he tries to shoot. He is gonna try and shoot our dear Kyxevi. I gotta shoot this bitch with her stupid darkness spell. All right, so we're gonna try to shoot you with disadvantage, like a real friendo. 17?
A 17 does hit, actually.
Okay, so you're actually taking damage.
And I have to roll a save.
You take 11 piercing damage.
Ow. And kaboom.
So dramatic.
I don't think an 11 is a save on that.
For concentration?
Yeah, it's 10
Yeah.
or higher or half the damage, whichever's higher.
Mhm. Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay, cool.
And to think you were gonna let us do this with level 12s.
Alrighty then. So, in light of that, this Warcaster has to avenge his poor
Baby
his poor
boy.
Dimitri. So he is gonna try and shoot Kyxevi, who has been hit. So
No disadvantage.
yep, her field is down, and he is gonna use his last focus point to get advantage on this when he shoots her. Actually, that would be not a good use of that. I'm actually looking at this closer, and what would be a better use is actually for him to cast a spell, because he does more damage with his blaster than he does with his mechanical pistol. So he is going to blast you with the old blasty spell, his arcane bolt. He rolled a nat 1. God damn it. Why do you do this to me? Alright, Steden, your turn. Bullying my thugs.
I will say, it does not differentiate between friends. So,
Tanyr and Dre'tch are both gonna look back at
What do we do?
Kyxevi at some point lower the wall.
Alright, well, I would love to like, I understand the bond of Warjack and Warcaster, so like I want to grant him an honorable defeat if possible. But first, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got out. You know what? No, yeah, let's stay there. Like, take out the old blasting pike. And, yeah, let's try and hit him. Let's try and hit him with... Since this is a bonded weapon, I'll spend a focus point to get advantage on this roll.
I just had an evil idea.
27.
27. Who are you shooting?
Oh,
Or
I'm
stabbing?
hitting
this
this.
poor guy? Alright,
Yeah.
that hits.
Okay. 12 piercing damage. Nothing special. But you know what? If I'm playing as the Texas, I might as well do this, right? Let's try and headbutt him. So immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can use a bonus action to try and knock them down. So I just pull back and smack skull to skull. Needs to do a strength saving throw against...
You don't have to hit first?
Nope. At least according... if I'm reading this correctly.
Let me see what you're reading.
I have posted it in the chat.
So I think it's because you have to hit as a part of the
Gotcha.
main attack, I guess.
Yeah, I get it. Alrighty,
Okay,
let's see.
So that would be 15 for a strength save.
Yep. Nope.
Okay. They are. I head bash them so hard. Their knees buckle and they are on the ground.
Yep, you stab this guy, smash your head into him, and he is bleeding very heavily at your feet.
In broken Khador, I say, we didn't have to hoe down messily. We could have drunk much potato water.
Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Kyxevi?
Kyxevi is gonna walk over here and do a little teehee attack, melee attack on Greeny Boy, which I believe is at advantage.
Yep, he is on the ground. You're gonna shank him right proper.
Where
Hell yeah.
23. So
Ugh, yep.
do a nice 13.
You eviscerate him. Yep.
And just as he dies, drop concentration on Grasping Shadows.
Okay.
Give them a nice view of his sputtering death. And then I'm going to use the health I just got for casting Distillation.
What's distillation do?
It's a preparation for... Actually, am I going to bother with Distillation? I'm not going to bother with Distillation, never mind.
Okay then. And so you're dropping all of your squares?
I'm dropping all my squares, yes.
There we go. Darkness falls. Anything else?
Not right now, no.
Okay then. Mercenary Elite.
Nice one, Miss Kyxevi.
Called her a quiche.
She's a real mensch.
She's like, quiche.
Guy's gonna charge up with his greatsword. He's gonna use a bonus action. Oh, he hasn't taken any damage, so he doesn't need to do that. So, she's gonna run up with her greatsword, and she is going to try and cleave into Steden.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
Yep. And a 14 doesn't hit either.
Lances off my mighty binder.
Your well-restrained pecs. Alright,
Uh.
Dre'tch. Go bully some poor Russians.
Do you have that one down there?
I think we can probably take care of it.
I don't think anyone needs to move, so I will move.
Well, we can move Baby Blue if you want, but do what you need to do, Pop.
What?
I told you, it's a Tixie for a male friend. It's a very
Alright.
rarely used word.
I'm going to spine rip the not baby blue one, the dark blue one.
Okay.
This is neutral, yada yada. That is a 25 to
Hits.
hit. I
Okay.
need that strength saving throw. DC 14.
It doesn't matter. You tore him in half.
Oh, do you two want to surrender or?
The one guy looks over the Warcaster. The Warcaster kind of goes, yes, all right, enough.
It's fine. You want to force Khador to chew more than a cow. So, why pick a fight over questions?
He looks really sad over it for Dimitri. And
I solemnly pat Dimitri.
he goes, I was instructed by Dre'tch himself to kill you all. He said the boss said to kill you. I came over here with my crew to do it. We were apparently very misinformed about your capabilities.
It's fine. This person, they're the Grey Lord, yes?
No,
Did
Dre is is Gajini. He is the head of this town's organization.
We should talk to them. If you hurry first though, if you hurry, I cannot guarantee this for all of these people. But if you hurry, you could probably stabilize them before they bleed out in the snow.
I'll do what I can.
Can Kyxevi spare the dying on these folks?
Spicy!
Let's go.
If you want to do that, you can.
Kyxevi has enough situational awareness to do this.
No.
I'm so proud of her.
Dre'tch does not have to ask.
Can I try to spare the dying on the Talon?
Do you have a some kind of spell that lets you heal robots?
No, I mainly want to see if it's possible to salvage the cortex at least. Since,
yeah.
You know, that. Yeah, all right. So I want to make sure I just get that out so I can hand Dimitri back before the cortex gets melted by the coal fire.
My friends are the quick to it, but you can see we are not bad people. At least, not more bad than you expected. Now, the Kazani here, the leader, they wanted us dead. Why? Did they give you a reason? Did they just not like us? Not like me?
Dre just said that we have contract with Dre to if he wants somebody dead, we kill them. I don't ask questions. I just accept the money and I come out here to fight.
Well, we like asking questions, so tell Dre to meet us at this tavern so we can discuss without hostilities.
I could not get you meeting with Dre. I know if Dre wants you dead, he would not change his mind.
Do you know who I am? Who I represent?
I know you're all very strong.
I am of the Kyxevi of insert town here because I don't have one. But yeah, I am of the Kyxevi of the main branch.
Sorry, you may finish. I'm sorry.
If Dre wanted me dead, he would offend another branch. If he wishes to move past this hostility, we need to talk. Do you mean for us to go with you to see him, or?
Because I cannot go see him now after getting beaten by you, and he would not tolerate probably a second appearance.
Forgive me, I'm so used to a warm-blooded Kyxevi that I've forgotten how cold some of us can be. Still, though, I'd rather not run into any more hitmen like yourself.
I can tell you that if we were the real heavy hitters Dre had, if he was going to send somebody else after you, I don't know who it would be if you defeated us so handily.
Mm.
Kyxevi waves.
He is terrified of Kyxevi.
Fine, if we can't talk to him, then maybe you can help us with some information we're looking for. We're not looking to make a stay in this town, just find somebody. Are you, familiar with anyone who doesn't like the Grey Lord here? Goldun.
The only one I would think is Dre, but Dre has been playing very friendly with all of the Empress's soldiers in town. I assume that he does not want to run afoul of the Grey Lords or the military.
He doesn't run afoul. What did you say after that?
He doesn't want to run afoul of the Grey Lords or the military.
Got it. Was there anyone with the military who seemed somewhat official talking to him? Maybe someone you've noticed?
I do not talk to Dre on like a regular basis or anything.
I mean, you could see people coming in and out, can't you?
I mostly my troops and we are mercenaries. We stay at the tavern. He gives us regular contract to kill anybody who proves to be more of a problem for his normal enforcers, and that's usually my only contact with him is when he sends a runner to tell me who to kill.
So then,
Fine.
from what I'm gathering, the Grey Lord may perhaps be your person of interest in this situation? Dre just sounds like a criminal. Nothing more.
No, I'm aware. It's just ideally we want to work with him because he does not like the Grey Lord, and so far we don't like the Grey Lord either. So listen, we're simply looking for someone who is asking about the Grey Lord, looking into unsavory rumors about them. And given that your Dre is no fan of his, I'd assume Dre would be the one to talk shit about them behind his back.
I don't know anybody who would talk shit about the Grey Lord. Period. You know, people like that would have a tendency to disappear during the war. But all I know is that Dre has made sure that all of the soldiers are off limits, and he asked me to kill you. That is all I know. I'm sorry, I don't have anything else. I am but a simple sellsword in my heart.
Well, what should we do? Looks back at the party.
Is there any information that you gather during your time around the town?
Out of all the soldiers in this town, only one seems to be not drunk off her ass. A mechanic by the name of Izmi. We were going to go question her after exchanging our information.
Fair place to start then.
And you? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Say the people of this town certainly, I would say, are aware of our presence at this point, but I'm sure they're also aware in the way that they would not exactly be wanting to anger us or extort us in any way, shape, or form.
And, listen, and you, when you go back to Dre, here, and Dre'tch sort of like rips apart some of his clothing and hands it over to him. At least make it sound like you put up a fight.
Oof. Just totally disregarding his actual fight he put up. I think that, now that I have my court, thanks to that one with Dmitri and you saving my men, I'm going to leave Novokorska as soon as possible. You may be
Oh,
stronger
alright.
than me, but I am not stronger than Dre.
Fine.
Oh, don't sweat it. It's all good.
Hmm.
I've been looking furiously at my Khador phrase book this whole time.
Fine. But if you're looking for a new place to stay, my Hayatsi is always open to newcomers, and Dre'tch gives him a few directions that he can choose to go if he wants.
Much appreciated. I'm sorry it had to go down that way. You all don't seem like that bad, despite how fucking weird you all are.
Well, thank you. That's real nice.
Why does that one keep talking about local cabbages?
They're from Rule.
Look, I forgot that there is no common language in this game, so it turns out I did have an extra language to spare. Not very good, Khadorin, mind you.
Well, despite being weird people, we are people of honor for the most part, unless angered, so...
Well, best of luck in your endeavors, then. This is not a city where honor has much power.
Honor backed up by power, though, can be a potent weapon.
Kind of shrugs and goes, I will certainly not disagree with you. Anything else?
You need any help salvaging Dmitri over there, eh?
If you are willing to, I know it might be a bit time consuming.
Oh, what's a little extra elbow grease in the benevolent brotherhood of war casters, eh?
Then, yeah, it'll take a couple hours, but you think that you can basically get Dimitri up to full functioning, not like fully healed, obviously, but you can get him working again.
Yeah.
With the help of him, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys want to hang out in the street for a couple hours?
Yeah, we're sorry about that. We could go. The rest of us can go to the bar while you salvage Dimitri.
Mm.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Maybe like a montage at best worth of time.
Maybe 2 montages. You did do quite a number to Dimitri.
Yeah, I suppose.
So yeah, it'll probably take you about 3 hours to get it up and running again. But you can get it up and running again.
Yeah.
So the rest of you are gonna go to the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
To
think
look
so.
for Yuzmi.
Yep. As you get there, 1 second.
Tanyr awkwardly wipes the vast amounts of oil that coated her blade off, just to make sure that it's pristine for giving it one final long stroke and putting it back into its holster.
Gotcha. Yeah, everybody is very it's hard to say who they're more scared of. Is it Tanyr or is it Kyxevi, because Kyxevi's spell was horrifying while Tanyr did cleave a warjack in half. So
Finally, the Gator Man is the lesser of the three evils.
Let's go.
Yeah, by comparison, the 8-foot tall alligator is not the scariest member of this team.
I just realized all but one of us are lizards.
It's true. Statistics are, They are lizard by blood, since they're literally the result of dragon mutations.
Yeah, dragon radiation.
Radiation has made me an enemy of civilization.
Mhm.
But yeah, so you guys go into the tavern. This place appears to be a bit less shitty than some of the other ones. The people here seem to be mostly like working class types rather than criminal class types. What do you want to do?
Mhm.
I know that this is further away than this, but I like to imagine it's just right across the street from where we're doing these repairs.
You just kind of co-opted a mechanic shop, pushed the car that they were making, don't ask why they have cars, out into the street and just lifted it up.
Well, it turns out when you try and learn more warm and inviting and less toxic ideal masculinity, you can kind of get away with a lot.
Yeah. Well, Dre'tch, seeing as you have the silver tongue of the group, what's your way of approaching this?
Well, to be honest, it's not like we'd have to ask around. This Yizmi, she's a mechanic, so she'd be wearing the uniform, and she'd also be the only one in uniform not covered in booze. I say we take a little look, maybe ask the innkeep, oil her, butter her up, as the Rulians say, and talk to this Yizmi.
Oh, shit, that's actually a good point I hadn't considered. If there's only like one, like, Jack mechanics in town, I could also potentially be keeping an eye out for her over there.
Yeah, there are presumably other like much more like lay mechanics, because labor jacks are like fairly normal in most industrial cities. Like those are just the very bog standard robots basically that perform a lot of like heavy lifting. They're literally like the forklifts of the world. So those are pretty common in any Iron Kingdom. So there would be supposedly just lay mechanics for them. She is supposedly a specific like senior mechanic for the Khadoran military who's working on a Khadoran warjack, which is an entirely different portfolio than your average laborjack. They are much more complicated.
Oh, she sounds like a real beauty being able to do all that. I wonder if she's free tonight.
As the rest of you are in the inn, you look around, you do not see anybody who looks overtly like like a Khadoran military mechanic woman. There are some mechanics, but they're just like very much low-end workers.
We should probably ask the innkeep, yeah? I get the feeling the mechanics wouldn't pay much attention to a uniformed one of that kind. And party's cool. I'm gonna go to the. Oh, God.
By all means.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to the innkeep.
All right. The innkeep, she looks at you and goes, how can we be of assistance? She looks at your crew.
I promise you, our intentions are less intimidating than our looks. But we are looking for a mechanic, one of the military, someone by the name of Yizmi.
Yes, Yizmi. She is currently at the workshop, but yes, she does stay here normally. She is fairly nice. She mostly keeps to herself.
That's good. That's good. Thank you. If she makes it back before we see her, would you tell her that we are looking for her? We understand she is looking for someone's help with watercasters, and we have an ally that may make it worthwhile for her to answer our questions.
Okay, yes, of course. If when she comes back for the night, I will let her know.
In the meanwhile, turns back to the party. We should make our way to that workshop. Should be by the coal processing plant.
She is our only lead, so
Hopefully this short.
Forward.
Oh, I was gonna say, hopefully this short conversation was 2 montages long.
So it took about 3 hours.
Khadorans a very slow language.
Very
If
methodical.
not rushing.
But yeah, so you learn the other warcaster was named Alexei. He named Dmitri after his brother who died during the occupation of Lael.
Holy shit!
I'm real sorry to hear that. That's terrible.
He goes, we were trying to liberate the Lalies. I don't understand why they fought so hard.
I don't know. War's a funny sort of thing sometimes.
That's after Dimitri's death. I took my pension and I decided to leave. And if I was going to fight and die for someone, I wanted it at least to be for enough profit to make it worthwhile.
I suppose, yeah, that's makes a certain kind of sense. I mean, I'm sure your brother wouldn't want you to be risking too much life and limb, eh?
He was a good older brother, always looking out for me, and in the end, I guess I should have been able to look out for him more.
Yeah, I never really had much of male family to look up to. Sort of make and do a little later in life, but it can't imagine it's too different from having any of the lady folk in my family pass in such a way. But well, there's no better tribute I find to someone who's passed than living the sort of life that they'd be feeling real proper proud of,
And I could see that. I will admit I've never met one of your kind before. But I guess it makes sense. There would be male members. I guess how else do you come into being? But
yeah. Steden is inwardly very flattered that he's just
passed.
Let's go passing, baby.
And he goes, yes, but I understand you all are doing whatever you're doing, and I appreciate you at least not just killing my men and repairing Dmitri here. And he picks up from the pile of stuff that was formerly the jack. He does take out it's a metal, and he goes back to installing it on the cortex of the warjack, and he goes, yeah, that was Dimitri's metal. It was for valor in what finally took his life. I thought it should always be close to the jack, keep his memory going, I guess. And I'm thankful that your friend didn't harm it.
Oh yeah, I reckon it's not really my position to decide too much about what happens to other folks. If we can avoid having to kill too many folks, I find that's a pretty good outcome. Because odds are whoever you end up killing was probably someone else's Dmitri.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's just Yeah, we're not really taught to think that way up here. We're taught that we are, we are civilizing these people. We are saving them from the corruption of their own governments, and eh, I guess it does teach you a little bit of callousness in the jingoism of it all. Eh, at least the war is over. I can at least say that much.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
You are not a bad guy, Steden. Even if you are not a Khadoran, I still think you are alright.
Same to you. Took me a while to catch on, but with guys like my not dad, Dre'tch, he won me over pretty quick, and sometimes it just pays to be able to get out of your own head, experiment, travel a little bit, meet new people. I know that's what really opened it up for me. That and a lot of alchemy.
Better living through science, I guess.
Hmm.
Well, if you ever are looking for, you are obviously much more capable than I am, but if you are ever looking for, other opportunities, you can always find my outfit at another town or something. I'd be happy to have you again. Hopefully this time that be on more friendly terms.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And so he raises some vodka for you to christen the newly repaired Dimitri.
Yeah. I have the instinct growing up with pirate ships that I'm supposed to smash this over, but like I'm hesitating. I'm sort of waiting to let him take the lead on that to make sure.
Yeah, he takes the lead and he goes, "To all the Dimitris of the world." And...
Dose all Madanias.
Oh my fuck! I hate that.
He chuckles as he takes a shot. With that, you finish your time. Alexei and his crew will go their separate ways with you guys, and you join back up with your posse.
So, to catch you up, Steden, Dre'tch begins to speak to catch Steden up on how they need to go to the workshop to go find Yzma. So we all head to the workshop, meet Yzma, and then hopefully find a single bit of information about her, about who we are looking for.
All right, sounds pretty good.
All right then.
All right.
And,
With the downtime, you guys can take a short rest if you're so inclined. It perhaps will be relevant to to what happens next.
Can I have a short rest, please?
About how a short rest would be nice.
All right, you guys.
You've lost a lot of health.
Heal up with your short rest. So toss your dice.
Toss the dice.
My missing 7 HP.
Yeah, meanwhile, poor Ares just like, I hurt
Really?
myself so bad.
I hurt
The blood in
myself
your
today.
That spell costs 25 HP.
Yep. Thankfully, you're level 11. It's only 25.
It's like 2 levels worth of HP. You're fine.
Yeah,
Free.
peasant talk.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the last 30 minutes, I've gotten all of my spell points back.
There's only 3 of them, so it's not like a huge achievement.
Yeah,
what a gamer.
Fun.
Yep.
Look, being able to
B was silenced by the dice rolls. They were too strong.
Oh man. It's fun getting a spell slot back in 10 minutes. What can I say?
Spell
Each of our
slots.
Oh, the equivalent. Focus points.
No, I was just saying that because I don't have spell slots.
What are spell slots?
Yeah, what are spell slots? That's for losers.
Imagine.
That's for people who don't do damage.
Ooh, you just got called out for not doing damage. Just let me know when everybody is done healing.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm back to full.
Okay, dokey. So, with that, you approach a large wooden building with a faded stencil reading Coal House 3, which sits at the river's edge. Its walls are stained with a fine layer of soot from the nearby coal processing facility. Bay doors on the north and south are barricaded, and a pool of light above each illuminates a group of Khadoran soldiers stamping their feet against the chill air. These soldiers do seem to be alert. Like, they seem to be looking for something as they're on guard as opposed to just killing time. Which, you know, take that for what you will. The building is approximately 105 feet long and 55 feet wide.
It's very specific.
Yep. As opposed to other claims that it might be 90 feet wide and 120 feet long. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Why is so many dice rolls happening? But
sorry.
So as you guys approach, how close do you wish to get? Do you wish to just walk up to it?
I have
Tanyr.
a large chicken for a friend. I don't think I can be particularly
Yes, Steden,
sneaky.
we are
Yeah.
very well aware of your large cock friend, but
Yeah. We
Tanyr,
all know about fucking Steden's huge cock.
That was my out of character voice. If I wanted to say it in character, I would say, "Yeah, I've actually got kind of a huge cock."
Steden's huge warcock.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's got great mastery over it. He focuses on it regularly.
Can control it psychically.
Yep. Hands free.
Y'all.
Anyways, Tanyr, would you like to do what we did before? You sneak around, the rest of us walk forward?
Very much could. I think it'd be good to at least get a bit of a good eye on whatever might be going on here.
Kyxevi, would you like to sneak with Tanyr again, or do you not feel as confident in your stealth as you once did before?
She just looks at Tanyr and smiles, and we'll be going with them.
Okay.
So the two of
Wait,
you
are you
Unless
going
they
with
say
us?
no.
Are you going with her?
Tanyr.
Okay, her. Got it.
Girl squad.
Girl squad.
Girls night.
Leaving the
Team
Leaving
Vagina
the boys
strikes
do-
again.
So we roll on stealth?
Yep.
Okay.
They can roll stuff. We'll just stroll up to the workshop because we're not expecting a fight, right?
Wow,
Not
you
good
guys,
rolls.
You guys really all-star in that.
Could we give them advantage again?
No,
I could have given myself guidance,
but you
Oh.
didn't.
but I didn't, because I'm what we call in the biz, puts on sunglasses, dumb.
I was waiting for a bird brain joke. But
Yeah.
That too.
That's how
Bird
dumb
brain
she
is a-
is. She couldn't think of the bird brain joke.
Oh, well, my brain is full of feathers.
That's full. That's full. All right. So, yeah. So as you guys try to stealth, it doesn't really work. But the guards all see your friends sneaking. They all have hands on their blunderbusses as they look at you. One guy has a. How do I describe this? It's a whistle attached to a canister.
Hmm.
An air horn?
Some would say something similar to that.
A megaphone. Using a squirrel, some rope, and a megaphone. He makes a megaphone. Hello! Friends, do not, comrade, do not aim at me. We are here to see Izmi.
This is a secure Khadoran military location. Please back away.
I could not tell from the rundown warehouse you are all using. We are here to see Izmi, the mechanic. Help with steam jack.
Izmi is none of your business, strangers.
I mean, if you could just tell her that, like, we were told that our information would put a lot of illumination on her work.
We are not going to talk to Izmi for you. You should step away. This is
Would you if we asked nicely? We got money.
This is your final warning. Please step away from the facility. By order of the Khadoran military and the Grey Lord's Covenant.
Alright, I start, like, hands in the air, like, alright, I'll step away.
Hold on, Steden.
Oh, I'm holding on.
I don't think they entirely understand. We cannot see Izmi, and you will not talk to Izmi. Is that clear?
Duh.
Is that what you... How long have you been at this post for?
That is not relevant to your information, stranger. I don't know if I am making myself unclear here. I
don't think you understand me either. I am merely expressing concern. You've been here for a while. I mean, far be it from me to be a little concerned for our hard-working soldiers who clearly deserve a drink in town. I'm gonna slowly try to approach closer and closer until they tell me to stop.
When you get 30 feet away, they're like, enough! Stop approaching!
As a former spy, would I have any potential for a nice Khadoran cover identity that would get me anywhere?
As a Satixis?
Yeah.
As a Satixis.
One of those famous Khadoran Satixis.
Yeah.
I'm asking because it also says that it includes a disguise stuff somewhere potentially.
Do you want to take the time to go change?
Sure.
How long can you stall, Dre'tch?
He is rapidly approaching the end of his stall time. But yeah, you can go off and change into some Khadoran fucking captain or something.
Yeah, let's do it.
Quick change session.
It's gonna take you a bit to do that disguisery. Thankfully you've got a nice big thick babushka to cover up your your horns.
I'd like to imagine that just all of this is going on, and then Kyxevi just walks off without saying a word. But does it enough to where it's not hopefully too much worry to the party.
Yeah, you guys see Kyxevi kind of peace out.
It feels pretty normal for her, actually.
I trust that.
The Winter Guard goes, enough. You will be forced away from the premises at this point.
Alright.
Do you back away?
No.
Okay.
Just do not shoot just yet. I am certain there is something happening here. Okay. Give the player a second to think.
Think quick, because there is a specific action.
How's everyone doing in chat?
And it doesn't involve shooting you, but it does involve something. So think real fast.
Do you have a friend missing here?
No. Now back away. And he holds up the whistle horn thing, and he he activates a shrill whistling sound, basically.
Well, I thought about saying illumination, but that might have also been bad.
Couldn't hurt.
Illumination.
The three guys are now taking up defensive positions.
Yeah, I already tried that one, remember?
Yeah, you did try that initially.
Oh yeah, we should.
In a more subtle way.
Yeah, I did. And I thought I'd have to be direct because maybe they're stupid like me. I don't know.
Is there like some? Is there? Where's the nearest cover I can get to while this is happening?
It's probably like 50 feet away. So
is it in a direction away from them?
Yeah, away from the building.
Okay.
But you hear sounds of people, perhaps many people, rising to action.
I'm gonna group back up, of course, since we were spotted, and just kind of say, well, that didn't go very well, now did it? Kind of scoff that one up a little bit.
I think we should run.
You don't want to fight?
50 feet away.
That's a small military force.
No.
Not regular, not just some hitmen from a shitty Kayatsi.
I suppose you could be right, but what other leads do we have about where to find this whole situation?
Can't sneak around again. If we fuck up and Yizmi isn't the least bit helpful with finding Katya, then we are screwed. All right.
Sorry, I'm gonna do something right now because I feel like there's probably something that your characters would have probably put two and two together on.
Oh.
So Yizmi is the only member of this military unit which is doing things differently than everyone else.
She could just be a neat kind of gal and then could be friends with Katya. It doesn't have to be Katya.
Okay. I'm just saying for your assumptions here.
We fucking ball, I guess. Dre'tch will maintain his 30-foot distance where he was. Is Kyxevi back from, I'm assuming, putting on their
she's now dressed as a Khadoran officer.
What the fuck are you wearing? Does Kyxevi want to be stealthy about it from their side, or can they just tell that she's not one of them?
I feel like Kyxevi would make it look like she's just walking up normally.
This random Khadoran officer just walks up to the party.
Hello, fellow Khadorans. How are you doing?
Hello, fellow Khadorans.
She's gonna look over the fellow party members with as much suspicion as she can physically muster. And then up to the guardsman. So, what is going on here?
Well, at this point, there's now about a half a dozen guards out here. And they all have guns pointed, and you see them look very confused at this Khadoran officer walking up to them. And who are you?
I'm dressed up as a captain, right?
Yeah.
Would I have had a cover identity?
What is your cover identity?
What is your cover identity, Capitan?
Yeah, come on, our peer, come on.
How about you play some of those roles?
How dare you make me play the game?
You're the one who came up with your silly little idea. Now you gotta play yourself with it.
The problem is I'm having to fight my embarrassment at doing this dumb accent.
No, I've been doing it
Wow.
for almost
Pop
3
off.
She's
hours.
making fools of herself. Come on.
Look, you're all more confident than I am.
Listen. Every single one of us has done a Russian accent at some point in these one shots. You must join us.
It's the law.
The law.
We believe in you.
Uh,
Can we get a chant going in chat for her?
Yes, everybody toss some hypes in chat to support our little bird.
Heck, Yusuf. Oh, my face is so warm. I am Captain Kirkova. Perhaps you have heard of my forays on the Signoran front a few years ago.
Yep, the Kakova. They look kind of confused. Some of the guards lower their weapons, and one of the guards turns to another winter guardsman and is like, "I go speak to the Koldun about this." And the guardsman nods and heads back into the building. I'm sorry, Captain. We didn't have any reports of any other Khadoran units operating in this town. We're going to cross-reference this with the Koldun to ensure that this is something I simply was not properly informed about.
Do not be expecting a particularly good response. This is off books, so to speak.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I still am reporting to the Koldun and the Koldun Lord on behalf of the Great Lord's Covenant.
Of
and-
course, process is process. I will be waiting though, and if there is any undue delays, well,
One of the Winter Guardsmen instinctively swallows. No spitters here. And so, yeah. What is your game plan at this point? Because they said somebody had to go talk to them. Like, what is your party's next steps working off of this?
Kyxevi's in charge now. It's her plan. Come on.
All right, Kyxevi, did you give any information to your friends before you walked up there?
Hell no.
there was not a single bit of information given.
I mean,
She is going
Plan,
to.
arrest us with
if
some
we've
shit.
worked with her for so long, we've probably heard about this cover identity.
Yeah, you probably know of it. I'm just wondering, what is her plan? Like, because they're going to talk to somebody who is going to say, yeah, you're not supposed to be here.
She's going to turn to them and just look like a disappointed mother, which she has practiced at, it would seem.
After a few minutes, a Grey Lord wearing his uniform, holding a Orgoth staff, comes storming out angrily and looks at you and looks you up and down. Captain Karkova.
Greylord? Yeah.
Koldun to you.
Koldun, of course, sir.
We do not have any information, and the Koldun Lord has informed that you do not have authorization to access this facility. I am going to ask you to go back to whatever officer told you to come out here and say the situation is under control and it has been deemed unnecessary by the Covenant's orders.
Your brain function faster. Please go. I do not need access to your facility. Merely one of your workers whom we need to ask questions for a matter of foreign problem.
Which one?
A certain Signoran issue.
witch soldier.
I need to talk to one Izmi. I sent these buffoons to fetch her for me, but I see you are all doing your job far better than I expected.
He
Eden
looks at
gives
you
his best buffoon expression.
He looks at you skeptically and goes, "Why are you working with those outlanders?"
Working with? You have the wrong way around.
Why again do you need the services of non-Khadoran personnel for this check?
We are told that they have certain experience with mechanics of various natures and are in need of an operational asset that, say, is not important to the greatness of Khador.
Do you have any charisma skills?
I have
Perhaps persuasion or deception? Deception would be literally the best one for this.
deception would be great. I do have deception, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
All right, make a deception check.
27.
God damn! This
We
bitch
believe
actually
everything
good
she
at her
said.
job.
Almost like she was a spy or something.
Almost like her made up disguise she just came up with seemed kind of plausible. So you give Alessio, he kind of looks at you sketchily, makes sure to check your papers and ID and stuff, has it written down, and then he sends one of the Winter Guard in to go get Yizmi. And he just glares at you as he waits, and glares at your friends with his other guards still pointing guns at them. After a few minutes, you see a rather dirty looking Khadoran woman. She she's got like lots of like coal soot stains on her. She's wearing mechanics overalls. She's got like a big like rivet gun like kind of hanging on a strap around her chest. And she kind of looks up at you and goes, I was not informed that I would be needed by anything. Sorry, Captain Kirkova. How can I be of assistance?
Well, congratulations, mechanic. You are going to be having day off to talk with me and my goons, for lack of better word.
Dre'tch looks so fucking depressed. I call people goons. That's my word.
She kind of looks confused, looks back at the Khaldun, and he goes, if you wish to talk to Yizmi, I would be present during the interaction."
He's saying something about illumination.
I am sorry, Koldun, but this is, as I said, matter that is requiring... I'm forgetting the word. Discretion. I will, of course, be glad to illuminate you on what we learn that is allowed within operational parameters.
As he is about to complain again, you hear Yizmi say, Khaldun, I do not wish to inhibit the Koldun Lord's activities at all. Perhaps I should simply make this quick if you get back to tending to bison. Yeah. Fine. It has been noted. I'm going to make sure to telegram your unit to ensure that all of this is checked out. I find your usage of these people you have been walking with incredibly questionable and should be going down on your permanent record.
I am not too particularly worried.
Meh. And he goes, dismissed. Right before he storms back in, he goes, 1 hour.
Of course.
All right, and he will go back in with many of the guards. They'll go back to just the original 3 up front, and Yasmi will look up at you.
And now to in a important looking fashion, walk to the nearest tavern.
We have an hour. I don't think we can walk away if we're only granted an hour, are we?
You would not be able to get super far.
Yeah.
If
You
you
probably
want
just
to,
have to
depending on
talk
how much
throughout
of a
that
conversation
earshot.
you want.
Well,
We
we
could
want to
talk
make sure
outside of
that
the guards.
we're, out of earshot.
Yeah.
I think is
Yeah.
the main thing.
Yeah.
So, as you get out of earshot, Yasmi will look up at you guys and be like, how can I be of service, Captain Kirkova?
Yes, Captain.
She's just gonna look at the rest of them to handle the rest of the conversation because my brain is fried.
Are you sure? Leaving it to us simple goons? I'm noting this for later, Kyxevi. Captain, was it? I didn't get my name confused. Does the word illumination mean anything to you? Yasmi.
She looks at each of you and goes, so it seems that they have sent you to retrieve me?
Yes, we were tasked with bringing you back safely and with any information you might have about the Grey Lord.
I have been able to gather a fairly sizable amount of information about him and his activities, and I believe that he is, in fact, an infernalist, and he is dealing with some of those beings, and I think that he is on the precipice of potentially a horrifying next step in his ascension to power.
Do you have evidence you collected?
It's unfortunately inside of the facility, and he has been alerted as to the fact that people have been asking around about the new situation, and while that can at least be chalked up to your Captain Kirkova impression, he will become aware that you all are here, and so I think he is going to try and shut down operations as quickly as possible.
You know, back home, me and my family, when we found that our legal system wasn't quick enough, we found ways to get quicker punishment. Are you asking us to do the same here?
She goes, at this point, I feel like perhaps decisive action will be necessary. I have reason to believe that many of the personnel involved in there are tied to his particular proclivities and will not take outside interference lightly.
Do you feel safe going back in there?
She kind of goes, I think that I can at least, if you decide to intervene, I can do a little bit to help you during the process. I am given unfettered access to Bison the Berserker, and I can ensure that he receives a rather disagreeable coal supply that will rapidly deteriorate his capabilities if you engage them.
So then, you would like us to help in destroying his operations in addition to the rescue. Is that what you're requesting?
And I do believe that is necessary at this point. I think at the end of the day we can view the Winter Guard as, they can be redeemed still, but the Grey Lord management, his pet Doom Reaver, and the Widowmaker, I do not trust them. I think they have been at least partially swayed by the infernal influence.
Okay. So not a single ally in there. Will you, after you've done what you've needed to do with the coal intake, was it? Will we be able to get to safety? Obviously, the Infernalist comes first, but we were also tasked to bring you back.
No, I think I can make a getaway, especially if you are engaging in combat. But I also think that I can continue to be of some services, because they will not suspect me, and I am, if I don't say so myself, quite a capable operative in my own right.
Fine. If something happens, meet us back at the tavern you are staying at. But for now, we should get back in there. Can you give a good? Could you and our looks at Kyxevi, Captain, give a good excuse for us to go inside?
He goes, no, there's no way that the Golden Lord would allow you inside. This is
There a
only...
way to sabotage the door locks?
She goes,
No.
they are monitored in 4-hour shifts of guards. There are no doors actually inside of the warehouse at all. So once you get in, it should be comparatively free passage.
So, what I'm hearing then is that frontal assault, but with a bit of assistance from the inside.
I want to maybe with our captain and Yizmi here, they'd be comfortable with us to at least walk up to the front guards to open the door, yes? Obviously, they wouldn't let us open. I'm just saying that we can get close, right, before combat breaks out.
Yeah, you can probably get about 30 feet away.
No,
Okay.
all right. I wanted to intimidate the front guards away at least.
I mean, I got 35 feet of speed, baby.
Yeah, she goes, I can make sure that the door at least is unlocked for the front door that you intend to assault, but it's about all I can do. If if you wish to attack now, then I can, once the chaos starts to ensue, I can try and put in the alchemical concoction into Bison's coal hopper, but it's up to you if you wish to engage it now or if you want more time to prepare. I don't think that he'll at least be leaving in the next few hours, but he will likely be closing down this by the end of the night.
I think perhaps at night would be best.
I don't know, maybe if we give you some time to set up your alchemical plan, maybe half an hour, and then we walk through.
He goes, if that is what you desire, I will see it facilitated.
Does that plan work, Captain?
Half an hour.
She nods and goes, well, I hope that I have cleared you, Captain Kirkova, of your concerns of potential Signaran infiltration of the facility.
You have done very well. You may return to your post.
All right, well, I think you should probably escort me. It is a very captain thing to do.
Very well.
Okay. And with that, you escort her back. The Grey Lord will be outside as the time frame that he elaborated on goes up. And I trust that we have dissuaded your suspicions, Captain.
For now, yes. You may be hearing from me at a later time, but what I have heard today is sufficient.
He nods and goes, excellent. Be sure to tell your superiors that the Golden Lord is operating effectively and doesn't need being disturbed by other cronies of differing branches of the military.
Of course, of course. I will tell them that you are nothing but the most hospitable of hosts.
He looks smug as he and Yizmi walk in. And with that, you guys will have a half an hour to do some prep time. But we're going to end here for tonight before the big battle of the warehouse.
Woo.
And so, yes, I hope you guys had fun. There were many silly Russian accents. Let's give a big shout out to Eris, who actually had a good accent despite being very self-conscious about it.
It's not good.
No, what the fuck? I was easily like an insanely good accent.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. If you haven't done so already, please give a follow to all these wonderful people. They're all amazing streamers in their own right. Notoriously good beans, declared by Popular Science 3 years in a row. If you haven't done so already, go give them a follow. You could also give me a follow here on Twitch. Give me a sub over on YouTube. A follow on Twitter, and you can join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. That is all of our streams for the week. We will be back here on Monday for more Eberron Ashes of the Last War. And I don't know what we're going to do on Wednesday, probably finish Hi-Fi Rush. But we will hopefully be back here in 2 weeks for the dramatic, exciting conclusion of Something with Wicked in Novokorska. All right, everybody, we are going to go raid a notoriously good bean playing my favorite critically acclaimed gacha game, Fate Grand Order, as he is trying to roll for a spicy waifu. So we're going to be raiding Kind and Dark. He's a very sweet elf knight, very good bean, and he has been saving up lots of points to roll and roll and roll to get waifus. The only reason anybody plays gacha. So he's trying to get Morgan Le Fay, notorious Kudere, a literal mommy, also Dami. Bargist, my beloved. Oh, I love Bargist.
She's so good. She's also 6'5".
She is very tall, very muscly, and very thick, and I love everything about that. So if you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, copy down the knight's message, and let's go send Kanan some love. All right, everybody, have a great night and the sweetest of dreams. Bye!
Bye.